Hey, what's happening? My name is Mike Lazarecki. Welcome to this YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to photography and all of the things that go along with photography. Less gear focused most of the time, I think, but more process focused and creativity focused, and technique. We'll talk a lot about technique. To start things off, in today's video, we're going to be talking about leading lines and what using leading lines in your compositions can do to really kind of create a more dynamic photo. And this is a technique you can use with literally any camera, whether you're shooting on something, like this, it's a full frame mirrorless camera, or just your phone. You are able to utilize these kinds of techniques to make better looking photos in almost every case with pretty much any camera. Today we're here near the Shiawassee River. This is very near to where I live. I figured we'd come out here. There's this cool little like abandoned space where obviously there's a bunch of like skateboarding and things that happen out here, and then over that way there's a park and the river that goes through the park. And we will use that as some of the examples today. Let's get started. Also, as I am just starting this channel out, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button and hitting a thumbs up, leave me a comment about what kinds of cameras you use or what your biggest interests are with photography down below. I'll be happy to respond to those, and I'm gonna start trying to make it so that I maybe respond specifically to a question of some kind from the comments on each episode of this once we start getting regular questions on the videos. So if you wouldn't mind, please contribute, and I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. Anyway, let's get started on taking some photos, as talking to the camera is beginning to feel a little awkward. Also, there's a puddle right here. I set my my camera bag down to set up this camera to film this, and didn't realize that there was some water in that puddle, and set my camera bag strap right down in the damn water, and here we are now with a soaking wet camera strap. So if the shoulder of my vest gets a little wet throughout this video, it's probably because of that. Anyway, good times. It's all right. It's fine to get wet, when it's not warm out, and it's certainly not summer anymore. Anyway, whatever. So we're in this little section of the park where it seems like it's kind of, it might have been built for like skateboarding and rollerblading and things like that. So our discussion today about photography is focused on the use of leading lines in photography. So this is the idea that you can utilize aspects of your scene and find a line to help to guide the eye in your photo toward a subject, for example. So if, for example, I want to try to guide my eye to this bridge out here, I could try to find myself an image where there's a line that is sort of pointing me in that direction. Probably not the greatest example, but that's something. Here we go. Move a little bit, and now I have this photo where the sidewalk leads us in the direction of the bridge, which is kind of nice. Really wanted to use some of these lines of overgrowth to lead toward a subject, but the problem is that in this scene there isn't really much of a subject to speak of. I mean, it's kind of a bummer because there's some cool colors on the ground with the little bit of the graffiti. Wonder if I can use kind of perspective to my advantage here. Here we go. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to another spot. So today I'm shooting on a 35mm prime lens. So I've avoided any kind of a zoom lens. And I've done that intentionally. I don't know, I find myself actually kind of sort of leaning more toward the primes recently. I think that there's something kind of nice about the simplicity behind it. Anyway, I've been enjoying shooting on primes, and I've been leaning pretty heavily toward either a 35 or an 85 recently, to a point where I have not really used any other lenses for quite a while. So in this case, with the idea of those leading lines that we were talking about, I am trying to use the river itself as a leading line to that bridge crossing, which I don't know how well that's going to come across. Anyway. Ooh, there's a great blue heron. Hey, let's see if we can go over and grab a shot of that. Maybe be able to see it, probably not. I want to see if I can't get over there though. Get a little picture of that giant bird. Oh, there he is. That's so cool. Makes me wish I would have chosen the longer lens today rather than the 35. Oh, that is such a cool bird. So, another thing that can be used as leading lines are elements within your scene. So in this case, we have these almost goal-shaped things, and then also this picnic table. So that can be arranged in such a way where it becomes sort of a composition. So here's another example of a photo that we can use that has some leading lines, and this one's not so much directed at trying to direct your eye to a specific subject, but more through the photo. So tying it together, we have this line of the curb that goes through, and we have these parking lot lines, and then we have the orange on the back of the basketball hoop and the rim with the basketball in the background and the grass, all kind of tying things together. It's kind of an interesting composition. All right. Basically, if you haven't already noticed throughout this video, the idea of using leading lines to help to structure the composition of your photos is really helpful. You can certainly create a far more dynamic looking photo by utilizing this technique. In this case, it's really more of just a tip to help you take stronger photos with whatever camera you're using in whatever situation you're using them in. And the one other encouragement that I would put your way would really just to be move your feet. You know, if you're just using your phone and you don't really have you know, a camera with a zoom lens or something like that, although I know a lot of our phones can now zoom using, you know, whatever computerized magic that they do now anyways. But the point of the matter is that use your feet, position yourself in a way that allows for lines in the scene to, you know, become leading lines toward a subject or to carry your eye around the scene. And that will help you to create stronger looking images. Anyway, that's all I've got for this week. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and come and check out my next video. I'm gonna try to make videos every week on this channel, and I hope you guys enjoy them. So until then, do me a favor and leave some comments down below as well. Shoot me a question about, you know, a technique or a piece of camera kit or whatever it is that you're using. I'm happy to try to interact and answer as many questions as possible. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.